class. Today we're going to be talking about an indirect instructional approach called discovery learning. After this lesson, you should be able to describe the three main steps of discovery learning with no more than 2 errors. So during this lesson, at some point, I will ask you to display a red card, green card, or yellow card. A red card will be displayed if you do not understand discovery learning at all. You will display a yellow card if you have some questions and are a little confused, and then you will display a green card if you understand discovery learning completely. So let's do a little discovery learning activity. So in front of you, you have 10 different objects. 8 of them represent the planets in our solar system, and 1 of them represents the sun, and the other one represents the moon. So you can work together if you would like, and just make some observations of what you think those could represent and why they're the representative objects.
This would be the moon. The moon, because it was smaller than I think, isn't Jupiter the biggest?
That sounds right.
I think Earth's the 10th small.
Mercury, Venus, Mars. No, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter,
Yeah.
Saturn, Neptune, Uranus.
Yeah.
So, Mercury?
Wait, so Earth is the 10th one?
I'm just guessing.
Earth is 10 well, we can put the moon in it.
Really?
Mercury,
I don't know size of the planets.
I
so
feel
I'm
like-
trying to.
isn't Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, aren't they smaller?
Pluto's the smallest one.
Yeah. So that I think that was good.
Neptune?
Quarter. Mercury.
Is this, no. Uranus?
And then it'd be the strong pencil. Thing. Oh, there's a pencil.
Okay. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, you ready? So what steps did you guys go through, and what did you think about when you were trying to relay the planets in the order using the representative objects?
Well, we knew the sun would probably be the biggest.
I think we kind of went by like biggest, medium, smallest, and then we went and then found the in-betweens. Like we used like,
So what did you
Representatives.
use by doing that?
I was trying to think of stuff that I learned when I was in.
So prior knowledge,
Yeah.
right? Is there any other skills that you used?
well, how like you could basically use like a song you may have learned to like what the
To know the order.
order.
Do you think you guys use any problem-solving skills during this?
Like I said, like I wouldn't say problem solving, but we definitely like went by biggest, like we went biggest and smallest. That was like how we first like found our base and then went to solving each in between.
Okay. So there's 3 steps to discovery learning. The first step is preparation. You have to have a broad purpose in mind, and then you decide specifically what you want your students to know from the topic, so you like narrow it down. Then you're going to collect material on these topics, so you have to do research, and then you're going to generate the discovery learning lesson. The second step is delivery. So you're going to start with an attention grabber. You're going to present the situation, whether it's real or hypothetical, that is challenging or baffling. You're then going to phrase questions that invite learners to discover answers, and you really want them to phrase their own questions and keep asking more and more to keep discovering. and then you're gonna monitor and portray qualities. The third step is closure. You're gonna want the learners to draw a conclusion at the end of the discovery learning lesson. You're gonna help those students organize and phrase those discoveries, and then you're gonna provide opportunity to use those findings, otherwise the connections will not stick. So after learning the steps of discovery learning, could you guys put a red card, green card, or yellow card up on your understanding? Okay, great. So there are also 3 purposes of discovery learning. The first is teachers want learners to know how to think and find things out for themselves. So it's more student-oriented instead of teacher-oriented, like direct instruction is teacher-oriented, and this is a form of indirect instruction approach, so it's going to be more student-oriented. And by that, they feel empowered. Secondly, teachers want learners to see for themselves how knowledge is obtained. So students will learn by collecting, organizing, and analyzing information to reach a conclusion. And it's not just memorizing facts that they will not know and remember after a test or quiz. And then teachers want their students to use higher order thinking skills. So they're going to analyze, synthesize, evaluate. And some questions you as a teacher may ask during this process is, what do you think? How can we find out? And how will we know? There are also 3 qualities that a teacher should have when performing a discovery learning activity, and if you don't have these 3 characteristics, then the discovery learning activity won't really be successful. So you have to be ready as a teacher to be able to guide these discovery learning lessons. So the first quality is enjoy inquiry yourself. So you have to like problem solving, figuring things out, not just having the answers right in front of you. And then the second quality is believe that your learners are or can be curious as well. And then the third quality is be nurturing, thoughtful, patient, and accepting of their learners' ideas while holding high expectations. So you don't want to have a bad classroom environment where new ideas aren't welcome, because then your students aren't going to want to participate in the discovery learning activity and contribute. So now I'm going to go around. Each of you could, if you would provide me a word to basically sum up what you think discovery learning is.
One word?
Yeah. And maybe explain why.
I would say creativity, because students have to get creative with their own thoughts and process the information themselves and problem solve without the help of a teacher.
It's not one word, it's like problem solving, because like you're not always having answers, you have to like think of different ways to get to the answers, like you take steps to it.
I would say unique, because there's so many different ways of going about finding your solution.
So that's one thing. When you're doing a discovery learning activity, not only does the teacher have to be ready, the students have to be ready too. They have to be able to know how to like analyze, observe, and use all different type of problem-solving skills to be able to solve it, because if they don't have that baseline of those skills, they're not going to be able to be successful in these discovery learning activities. And it can also be done online. Simulations are a form of discovery learning online, so virtually. So you can do that even in a classroom. So basically, to review discovery learning in a nutshell, the 3 main steps are preparation, delivery, and closure. The 3 purposes are teachers want learners to know how to think and find things out for themselves. The teachers want learners to see for themselves how knowledge is obtained. And teachers want their students to use high-order thinking skills. The 3 qualities that teachers must portray in a discovery learning activity are enjoy inquiry themselves, believe that their learners are or can be curious as well, and be nurturing, thoughtful, patient, and accepting of their learners' ideas while holding high expectations. So do you guys think you could use this in your future classroom? Do you want to maybe explain how, or like one example?
I think you could always use it to like change up from like just regularly like teaching them how to do something, like you have like having groups like working together how to figure out how to solve a problem or go by like your lesson.
And as well, like, obviously since I did direct instruction, they say that not all teaching methods work with every child, and I think with this one, it's people who are more visual learners or people who are like with everything with kinesthetics and all that. Like, I feel like this definitely helps learners who may not be able to comprehend just a lecture.
Yeah, and I research, it's very good with science, like I did, social studies, so your content area, and also math. So amazing class today. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.